Okay, we should be good. Live, gone, uncut. Everything should be kosher. Says so on Facebook. Says so on our thing here that we're live. So that's good. All right. I don't know what else to check to make sure that we're live, but I'm gonna trust that everything has been going good, and we can just move on and get the stream started. So, I am Lou.
This is the horn.
And we are Lou and the Horn in the morning, sometimes at night. Today we're doing it in the afternoon, so that's something. We're live together on Facebook, YouTube, and our other YouTube account, which is, again, Lou and the Horn in the morning, sometimes at night. And you can follow my Facebook page, LouTube. That's LUTUBE. And yeah, Horn, how have you been, man? We haven't done this since last year. It's been too long.
I see what you did there.
I know.
Yeah. Life keeps lifing.
Life does keep lifing, man.
And well, it looks like life is lifing all around us. So it's been what are we 11 days into the new year?
That is the facts there, my friend. Yeah, we are 11 days into the new year.
And it is. It's been a fun time. We have, we have Cybertrucks. We have, fires. We have New Orleans. We have Diddy. We have new Superman trailer.
Yeah. Lots to talk about that we can expand on and everything. So that's cool.
Oh yeah. Well, also locally here, we also had the Brick Bar actually get burned down as well, less than a year after the Pink had been burned down in a similar fashion as well. So I mean, those are two very well renowned watering holes in Buffalo down in the Allentown district. So that's kind of a little weird.
And Mohawk place is closing down as well this month and stuff. So we got like 3 staple bars in Buffalo within a year just gone, kaput.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them tragically, actually all 3 tragically, really. 2 of them very physically gone. We don't know if they're going to replace the Mohawk with new owners or new management or anything. We just know it's all just going to be shut down, and that's it. That's the nightlife in Buffalo. You just go to Chippewa, I guess, now, unless you like Nietzsche's on Allen. But yeah, that's really it.
It's the Buffalo youth is definitely changing.
Yeah.
In many ways, gentrification continues.
Yeah. It's funny. Like, I don't want to sit there and say there's like a conspiracy behind all of this and everything like that, but like
I do.
Even in LA with the fires happening right now, I was reading something or watching a video, whatever. They have this like project for Los Angeles that they were released like a few months ago that they were trying to impose on the state, on the city, and it basically was like this like technological utopia looking
very thing. Demolition Man vibes I saw from it, from the little bits I saw. Obviously, I haven't gone through this thing page by page, but it's just really kind of weird that we had the situation in Maui not too long ago, which coincides with this as well, and then now we have it's happening in Los Angeles, and and almost like they're making that like incorporated city conglomerate type deal that they had in Demolition Man.
Yeah, so. I got it's funny you say Demolition Man. I got a what the hell is that one? Not RoboCop. Judge Dredd, the newer one with Carl.
Oh yeah, same type of type of
basically like a city inside in a building, and then just like crazy ass like policing happening and everything like that. But
yeah, with you know, but, I mean, we could speak to that with like the private prisons and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's a deeper conversation, and I don't think we want to get canceled before we're finished streaming. So
No.
we'll
God forbid if we criticize something like that, but
yeah, well, you know, here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
But yeah. I feel. Let me just say, I'm. My thoughts are definitely with everybody that's, you know, in that part of the country and is losing, you know, their lives basically. You know what I mean? And then I always love the ignorance of social media and mob mentality. They're like, oh, how come they're not using the seawater? Well, my guys, if you actually, you know, take those couple of seconds to hit those keystrokes, salt water isn't exactly the greatest idea to use. It's usually only as a last resort because of what it does, you know, the collateral damage of the salt water. Especially if we're going to have any type of hope of rebuilding. Yes, I do get the idea of, on such a grand scale, maybe just use the salt water. But again, this fire spreading so rapidly, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like it will literally cause. I mean, it's already devastating the environment right now, but like it will be inhabitable to everyone. More, I mean, as much as like a desert it already is.
Correct. It would make it even worse.
It would make it even worse. Right. Exactly. Like you're just killing everything that's around there. You know?
So, but you know, that's, you know, also the same type of, you know, people that are posting about, you know, what countries are coming to help, as Canada and Mexico have been, you know, volunteering to come down and assist with those situations as well. It's I just.
And the unfortunate prison system that we have that puts all those poor folks that are getting paid like $10 a day or something, some joke like that, to go out of prison. And I think it's like 30% of the firefighters I was reading or something like that are currently in prison that are going and fighting the fires in Los Angeles right now, and they're getting paid like $10 a day to do so.
Yeah, it's that's a deeper conversation about the 13th Amendment, but yeah, it's. I mean, I guess when you're given the option of rotting in jail or you know what I mean, even though you're putting your life in danger of, you know what I mean, getting time off your sentence, you know, I guess it does, you know, I can understand the decision if you know, that's the options are given to you. Not saying that it's a good choice, but I can at least understand why some inmates would make that choice.
Right. You know? It becomes like a Suicide Squad kind of like thing. You know?
Yeah, definitely. No movie, no King Shark, no Peacemaker, you know, but
right.
But yeah, definitely very. But it's a more says more about our prison system and jailing and as a whole. But again, another story for another day.
Right. You know, it's also interesting. I was looking into eucalyptus trees, how they're everywhere. They're an invasive species in Los Angeles, and they're highly flammable.
Yeah.
Like they just like combust when they're out there and everything, and they're everywhere out there because the environment is perfect for them. But it's not for so much for the whole area. This guy's like maybe.
So we need more koalas around that area.
I believe apparently. If we had koalas, yes, we would definitely help out with the eucalyptus outrage or outspread that they have.
So basically, what you're saying is it got migrated into Southern California and fucked up the environment.
Yep. It adds to it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I know people below the poverty line, or at the poverty line, they're not flying in eucalyptus.
You know what I mean? No, they're not.
No.
It's crazy that you mentioned that too. You know, like a lot of people are like, oh, this celebrity lost this house, this celebrity lost that house. So it's like these people who weeks prior gets fire insurance canceled for them before this even happens.
Correct.
Those folks at the poverty line or lower aren't going back to anything. They're not going to their third house and
Right, right. I kind of find it hard to feel bad for people that are losing their homes, that are millionaires, that still will be able to financially rebuild.
hmm
Um, Given, mind you, nobody's more important than the next person, and
I
it's a
agree.
tragedy all around. But you know, um, the why me, and putting their face on TV as opposed, James Woods or other people of notoriety, and
hmm
not to just use him as a scapegoat, but
Well, he
that's just what it is. Like, we're
yeah.
talking about people that names we know because of their being famous, and you know their loss is somehow greater than the tens of thousands of people that change your tires,
hmm
wash your cars, watch your children, walk your dogs, make your coffee, things of that nature, and they can't rebuild.
I agree, man. It's crazy out there. I remember when I was in San Diego, there was a fire years
Mm-hmm.
prior to me being there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can still see the damage. I,
Yeah.
like, I'm talking like almost a decade later, and you could still see the damage from like my cousin pointed out. He's like, see that right there? See that like open spot? Like, yeah, like there used to be a house there. Like, I
Yeah.
remember walking by there all the time, and there used to be a house there, but now it's gone. Now I can't imagine how long it's going to take LA to rebuild after all this and
Yeah,
everything.
I basically,
San Diego is like like 2 hours away and
yeah, it's like
everything.
right at the Mexican border, essentially,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
mean, like Tijuana, I think, is like right
hmm
across there. I mean, so that's like all the way down. That I mean, I know that LA's at the Bay
hmm
and everything like that, but yeah, like, so I think that they were basically saying with the square mileage and everything like that, or acreage, it's essentially like it would be like all of Manhattan. It would be like all of Buffalo. You know what I mean? Like,
Damn.
yeah, like, you know what I mean. When you break down like the actual like square mileage and acreage and everything like that, essentially, it's like the. And this was like a couple of days ago. I saw this. Like, so I'm sure that there's more acreage that has been engulfed since then. But yeah, it
Right.
was essentially if like all of Buffalo had gotten like brought up in flames.
Jeez.
Obviously, a little different because we don't have as much you know vegetation. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, around our city, and it's not as dry and arid and
Right.
all that stuff. So yes, I understand it's different weather and terrain and all that stuff, and those are different factors. But still, like, can you imagine like the devastation if like a fire that size hit like a different area of the country? Like, um, even take our area out of it. Like,
hmm
let's say that hit around like Baltimore or you know
Boston or
Boston, Charlotte, even
Charlotte. Yeah.
Miami.
Right.
It's like it's like something that size. I mean, Chicago already went through that. That's why they're called the second city, because their city essentially burned down once.
Right.
So it's sad.
Yeah. I haven't read too much more into this or anything like that. I don't know exactly how the fire got started, if it was like arsonists or if it was nature or anything like
Yeah, I
that.
believe that they made an arrest of the guy, but I didn't.
Really?
I
So
don't
it
want
was a
to.
direct person.
From what I understand, but again, I haven't read too much
Oh
into
my
it, so I don't
god.
want to. I don't want to.
Yeah, we should do our research
Yeah.
right now. Let's do
Um,
that.
but that again, I don't know if they were able to pin it to him, but I know that they made an arrest in that.
California 2025. Oh, going too far. What caused the LA fires? USA Today. Let's see if they let us read this. A growing number of wildfires spread rapidly across Los Angeles, fueled by powerful Santa Ana winds, low humidity, dry vegetation due to lack of rain. At least 5 fires were active in Los Angeles, including Palisade Fire, which grew from 10 acres to more than 17,000 acres in just 3 days, and the Eaton Fire, which had swelled to more than 10,600 fires east in the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains, according to Cal Fire. The cause of the largest fire is still under investigation. According to the Cal Fire, the environment was primed for ignition. The National Weather Service office in Los Angeles warned the low humidity, widespread damaging winds up to 100 miles per hour, Jesus, in some areas would fuel massive blazes with the extreme fire behavior. Jesus.
Yeah, so I don't know, how far along they are with that, but again, I think it's very hard to pinpoint it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, it's just a perfect storm of bad stuff. The Santa Ana winds, like you just saw there. The time of year. The lack of moisture. Just a lot of things going on.
That is crazy.
Oh yeah, the other thing we didn't bring up, Jimmy Carter's passing.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate. As well. It's ironic because looking back, I feel like he is one of the presidents that I think history hasn't been kind enough to him.
No.
As kind as he's been not only to his country, but everybody that knew him almost unilaterally speaks kindly of this man. This is the type of dude that gave up his business interests when he went into the White House. A lesson that could probably be learned by our current leadership.
Right.
But, this man literally gave up his livelihood when he took the oath of to run our country. I understand that there's some things that happened during his presidency that kind of are leave a black eye to his legacy, but I definitely feel that it's kind of like being the quarterback of the Bills. You're Josh Allen, you're going to get more of the credit when things go right, but at the same time, when the team doesn't play its best game or isn't up to snuff, you're going to get a lot of that blame too. And I think that over the years that's pretty much been the case with him. So hopefully he's in a better place now, resting with his spouse, and I know she passed away a couple years prior. So hopefully they're both in a better place now, and we salute you, sir, for your service to our country.
Yeah, no, he was a pretty great guy. I was obviously before both of our times when he was president, right?
He was president the year before I was born. I think the election was in '80, so I think that Reagan was actually in office by the time I was born.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah,
so I was born during Reagan's first year of his presidency, because he went into office January of '81. So he would have been elected at the end of '80,
right?
Like November of '80, then confirmed as president like during the inauguration of '81. Kind of like we just 2020 and 2024 were our last two elections, so that was 40 years prior.
Let's see all the good things he's done. I'm just curious. I want to know.
Oh yeah.
Carter pardoned Vietnam War draft debaters on his second day in office. Interesting. And successfully pursued the Camp David Accords and the Panama Canal treaties and the second round of strategic arms limitation talks. His administration established U.S. Department of Energy and Education. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's about to go up in flames, isn't it? That's all him. And
in the words of Billy, we didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning.
Right. Wonder what, did you see the images of the Obama, Trump, and all them all together, Bush and stuff?
At the funeral?
Yeah, I wonder what Trump was saying.
For all we know, he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Outside of the sound bites that we see him in.
Right.
it lends itself to something I've said for a while, and again, I guess if they're going to come for me, they're going to come for me. The two-party system gives you two wings of the same bird, people.
Mm.
And I do not know or understand why people are not wise enough to comprehend that. Like, Trump's kids, Obama's kids, Bush's kids, Clinton's kids, they all go to the same schools. For the uber rich and the political people, their kids all go to the same schools. They're in the same social circles. They are all boards or consultants on the same businesses. Let's not act like they're not. And I do not understand why people seem to think that. So, yeah. Okay, one represents the team wearing the red jersey. One wears the team wearing the blue jersey. Right. Guess what? Red and blue make purple, and we all end up bruised. Why people don't understand that, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, maybe he made a funny joke like, haha, these people still think that we don't like each other. You coming over for the barbecue?
Yeah.
Because, white people have the barbecue, black people have the cookout. If Obama was inviting them, they'd be having the cookout.
Right.
I think, Michelle and Melania, they'd be, I don't think that Michelle would want her potato salad.
No, she'd be putting like raisins
or something.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But let's not act like they don't hang out. They do.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess that's, my thought on it technically, and and to be fair to Trump, because I try to, and give it to both parties as much as I can, because I think they're both full of crap. He's not president yet. Let's be very clear on that. Like, we can get mad about his opinion on the him getting mad at the governor of California, and how he's he showed up to a funeral of a former president while he's not president. Yes, I understand he's president-elect, but he still has not been confirmed as president. He hasn't had his inauguration date yet, so that's not until the 20th. So we're still talking like another, 9 days away. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to give him a pass, but technically he's not president yet. Right. So like, let's not act like he is right now. Like, you can be mad at him, yes, but he's not technically president yet. Do I like the fact that his little case with the hush money, that basically the judge is doing what we thought he was going to do? No. Mm-hmm. But I mean, is anybody really surprised? No. But it's just business as usual for big business, which again involves both parties, which goes back to why they laugh and make jokes at funerals.
Right. Why they sit next to each other and hang out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just thought, after all the crap he said about Obama with the birth certificate thing and everything like that, I would have been like, dude, get away from me. Like,
yeah. I think that also too, when you get to a level of that type of status and and whatnot, I think you have to have a level of emotional intelligence and regulation that maybe as somebody on this level doesn't understand. But I mean, not that I don't understand it, just that I think he's got a certain I don't give a fuck ability that I'm just not capable of right now. He's not going to address certain shit because that's who he is. I'm going home to my home in like my paradise, so I could care less what you're saying there, sir. I make enough on my appearance fees and whatever. Ha ha ha. I laugh all the way to the bank. I could care less what you're saying, Donald Trump. I'm above a level of income and status in this country where you're not my problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's face it. I mean, like, he's a former president. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, with like the level of wealth and status that he has, he's not dealing with the problems of me and you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he can laugh off of Trump, where me, I'm trying to choke him out. But that's like, I'm not letting anybody disrespect me like that. But again,
Right.
I don't have that level of I don't give a fuck ability that somebody at that level does. Maybe if I did get to that level, I would, or maybe that's what's preventing me from getting to that level. Don't know, but
Don't know.
you know that's where I'm at. I'm throwing hands, sir. But Barack, we salute you. But I was kind of hoping that you would turn into the Barack Obama, in like the skit.
Right.
That would be hilarious. Give him a rock bottom,
Right.
on top of the casket, and then a people's elbow. But alas,
Yep. And you seen George Bush was there. He was just there, hanging out.
it's crazy to think like years later, like I'll take Bush crazy over this. You know what I mean? Like when did we think we would get to that point that we were like,
dangerous crazy versus just stupid?
eesh,
Yeah.
eesh.
Like I looking back, I just think Bush was like more naive and believed everything he said. And
I
thought
think
what he
that's a
was doing.
Southern thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not that he's. Oh, I guess he spent most of his life down south, right?
Yeah, he's from Texas, isn't he?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I think he spent most of his life down. But either way, my whole thing is about like there's that assumption about Southern people because of the way they talk and everything like that. That there's like maybe that they're not as smart as people from the North or whatever the case may be. So I think he kind of played into that
Right.
a little bit too. Because if you really listen to him and talk to him like in interviews now, you're like, he's not as dumb as people made him out to be.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like kind of like the Ozzy Osbourne thing. Like they made Ozzy look more stupid and more drugged up and everything like that.
Right.
You know what I mean on the Osbourne
Right.
show, and that's why the oldest daughter didn't want anything to do with it. Like you ever notice, like
Yeah.
their oldest kid is very rarely. I think you can probably count on your hand the number of times that she's actually seen on screen on the show because she didn't want anything to really do with it because she didn't really like the way that they were portraying her dad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is completely understandable.
Totally.
Like I guess she's like significantly older than Jack and Kelly.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I think that they had her like right towards the beginning of when he was getting famous, and then they kind of waited to have more kids. So I think that you know what I mean? It's because she was like working for like a magazine at the time, and she didn't really like the way that they were portraying him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So same type of deal.
Yeah. It's crazy. I recall back to that. I saw Ozzy at Ozfest, man. On stage, you can understand every goddamn word he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It does not relate to the Osbournes, But,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's I've heard people that stutter too. That like there's like but like they'll have a stutter when they're not but then they start singing. They can
Right.
speak clearly.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? So
Have the thickest accent in the world and
Right,
just
right.
sound the most like English and American possible.
man, that messes me up with some of those K-pop guys, man.
Oh, yeah.
And then like I mean, you hear them, they're talking. You could definitely tell that they Korean's their first language.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you hear them singing a song in English, and you're like, huh,
You sing,
ain't that but a bitch.
you sing better than I can talk.
Right. I mean, that's okay then. Enunciating, and everything like that.
Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful, really.
Singing along with Justin Bieber and Peaches in Georgia and shit. Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So we covered the fires. We covered poor Jimmy Carter, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get his last wish to see Kamala Harris become president, but it's all good. We'll make it work for you, Jimmy.
Oh,
We'll be fine, I think. We'll see.
I'm still hoping Cory Booker cashes in the money in the bank on Trump at the inauguration.
We'll see.
He won't, but
No, I know.
I'm just saying, Cory.
It's just like that too big to fail when like auto industry like was falling apart like over a decade ago, and like they're just like we can't.
You ever notice how they don't call that socialism?
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm
crazy.
sorry, you were saying.
No, that's
Yeah. Mhm.
it's basically what along lines of what I was saying. It's just
Yeah.
like when a person or a company is just like too big to fail, all of a sudden everyone bails them out, like the government bails them out, or like everyone has their back and stuff. It's just like, well, we can't do that because he's president, or we can't do that because they make a lot of money and it would affect a lot of jobs and blah blah blah. And it's just like, well, why do we do half the crap that we do now? You're not making a good example for anyone to follow, like this whole thing.
Yeah.
If we're gonna have a felony president, then we should let felons vote. Should let them have jobs. Let them be gun carriers, I guess, if you know it really comes down to it, because this guy is doing it all. Like, you know, maybe
well,
not the gun thing. I don't know.
I've always felt follow the money because
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of anything else, how you feel about this party or how you feel about that party or how you feel about this agenda or legislation or whatever tickles your fancy is and the cause du jour of what you're upset about. It's all the bread and circus that's being presented to you to not follow the money.
Right.
And that's really what it breaks down to, whether it be the vested interest of the Republican Party, if that's what you want to call them, or a certain offshoot of that or sect of that, whether it be Tea Party or whatever they're calling themselves now, or liberals or conservatives or whatever name you want to use,
Right.
Label that we're using today. It's all the same thing. You're looking for where that money comes from and who's leveraging who
Right.
from that, and that's really where we're not really looking at the bigger picture. We're getting distracted by the bread and circus, the Diddy going to jail,
Right.
Let's worry about this, but not talking about what's the real reason that a guy would plan out a hit on a higher up of one of these type of companies
Right.
that dictates policy in our country. Is it a method I agree with? Not necessarily. But do I understand the methodology of it? Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, because everybody's upset. Oh, you can't take life, but yet this company that this gentleman was the head of for years has felt it okay to take life from people that needed life-saving medication or coverage and denying them access to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because instead of having universal health care, because it's evil and it's socialist, we have this for-profit situation that basically is dictated by the insurance companies and the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
As opposed to in trying to actually worry about the well-being and health of your citizens. And it's led to this.
Yeah, it has. Now we got fucking people shooting people because they have been slated against and their family's been slated against and everything, and CEOs are starting to not really understand it, but wake up a little bit more to the fact that we're getting pissed off at the concept of what's going on. And honestly, I haven't heard a single politician come up and say anything not so much Luigi was right or anything, and what his actions took place and everything when he took out Brian Thompson. I think that's that dude's name. No one's really even commented on it. They're just like, oh, we're gonna let the law do the law things, and we're gonna let everything go through there. He was clearly a terrorist and stuff, so we're just gonna label him with that and just call it a day. And it's really frustrating. He wasn't a terrorist; he was an American citizen.
He was an American citizen fighting guerrilla warfare,
right,
on capitalism.
Yeah. And the saying goes, oh, violence isn't the answer. Actually, it is an answer. It's not the best answer, but it's an effective answer. And I really hope this effectively got everyone's attention that way,
I love how they say violence isn't an answer, but yeah, that's been the answer by the Catholic Church and Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
It's been the answer for Muslims. It's been the answer for any other religious group that you want to name. It's been the answer for colonization in the British Empire for, I don't know, a couple hundred years,
mm-hmm.
1,000 years maybe now at this point. But violence isn't the answer, right?
Right. Violence isn't the answer. I think that's what people who know that they fucked up.
Christopher Columbus didn't have violence being the answer.
Look where that got us. Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy, man, and it's like history's just. We might as well be back in 2016 again or whatever. Like history's not progressively moving forward. We are going backwards, and like I don't know what else to say about the whole thing. It's just becoming frustrating.
I would say more treading water.
Treading water
than going backwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think we like to tend to forget, and this is the thing about being here from America. Like we're given things from our perspective, or the people that are in power, like the heroification of certain figures throughout our history and everything like that. That we're number one and all this stuff, and that's not the case. There's 33, first world countries, if you will. There's like 190 some odd, countries with some form of democracy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not that great.
We're falling.
Right.
Our life expectancy is going down. Our democracy is in question at all times.
Yeah. So
we don't have good health care. We have, there's countries out there that has had health care for over 100 years.
Yeah. 32 out of the 33, industrialized countries have universal health care.
Yeah.
We're the one that doesn't.
Right.
Make that make sense.
It'll cost, like, on average, it costs, like, the average person, like, $8,000 or between $4,000 and $8,000 a person to have health care. But with universal health care, it'll be, like, less than that. It'll be, like, 2,000 or something like that, I was reading.
Yeah. The math isn't hard, but again, it's like the reason why they've never really ended the war on drugs, because it's ridiculous. It's because too many people would lose their job. Same thing with like the war on terror. You can't have a war on an ideal, so it never really ends, because you can put anything under the label of terrorism, because again, what is terror? You're inciting panic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can make people panic about, anything really. Like the end of the world. The computers are all going to shut down. It's social warfare. We've been doing it all the way back to the days of Panama with Noriega.
Yeah.
Like, so let's not act like this isn't something that's like, just rinse, wash, repeat. Game. Same game, different players. We haven't gotten to France level of
handling
anger and frustration with the powers that be. They don't fuck around.
No.
You know what I mean? When it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you want to change retirement age? Yeah, we're gonna burn it down, Pookie. We haven't gotten to that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When like you talk about like the French Revolution, that's what happened. And they were just like the haves and the have-not got to the point where they're like, yeah, no.
Right.
Go F yourself, and then they started lopping off royalties' heads.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Look what happened in South Korea just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like the president tried like overthrowing the government or whatever, and it had like a what's that word?
Coup.
A coup. And like basically the whole country was like, nope, go fuck yourself. Like,
yeah.
Nope. And like he isn't president anymore, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So like but again, that goes back to the distraction tactics and the bread and circus of, oh, we're going to worry about the Republican and Democratic Party instead of worrying about like the fact that they're all golfing together and making jokes at people's funerals and stuff like that. So that's a part of it too. It's a lot easier to control the masses when they're arguing on social media, on Twitter, and on X about Elon Musk, who's not even an American. He's from South Africa, which ironically they've had apartheid until like 1989.
Right.
So like up until I was like 9 years old, they had it was like legal to discriminate against black people. Like, The guy comes from that country, and yeah. But here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, the guy didn't invent anything.
Nope.
Just happened to buy Tesla,
Buy Tesla.
buy SpaceX.
Buy SpaceX.
Yeah,
Yep.
kick out the owners like he's Ray Kroc. You know.
Yep.
But here we are.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
He truly is the modern Edison, because Edison was the same way.
Yeah, how we did Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, it's funny because, like, you know, he actually did invent stuff. It's just that, like, it's so, like, bullshit because of how much stuff he actually stole and how much he, you know, tried to defame, you know what I mean, his competitors. You know.
How many elephants or animals he killed just
Yep.
to,
And blame it on Tesla.
yeah, blame it on Tesla and try to prove his point. Yeah.
And wonder why Tesla went crazy.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's I don't know anymore, man. Like I try, I'm doing this thing, like, or I'm not trying. Like, it's not intentional. It's probably just a reaction. It's like I want to pay attention to what's going on with the world nowadays, but it is so fucking aggravating and discouraging, and just I'm not becoming numb to it all. I'm not ignoring it. I'm too scared to even like think about it anymore. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know what the fuck to think anymore. Things are happening in this country or in this world that has happened before, and we tell ourselves, oh, it won't happen again, and it fucking keeps happening, and like I don't know how to cope with it. I'm not the best coper anymore. So like
oh no, that's understandable, man. It's hard when you see this nonsense. You know, I mean, like, but sometimes you have to unplug from it. That's, yeah, I will definitely say that. Like, just like, you know, unplug from the TV, because again, depending on how you're looking at it, you're going to find exactly what you're looking for, whether it be the end of the world or hope in humanity. You know, if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're going to find.
I've been trying to look inward, you know, more, and trying to come up with things by myself, because listening to other people's, or like agreeing with other people even, has been kind of like not so much a death sentence it's just misleading. It's not always exactly what you think, but it is what you know, like, and you should just trust your gut on some shit and just be like, I'm done.
Oh, absolutely. I think back to you know, something George Carlin said, you know, about like meeting individual people is great, but even when you get like a group of people, like just even as small as 2-3 people, then they start thinking alike and everything like that, and that's where the problems start. You know, and so like I just observe. You know, and, like, it's, you know, like I'm only going to be here for a certain amount of time. You know, I can only observe. You know, I can only be what I want to see in the world. You know what I mean? I can't even expect that out of my children.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can only be that, and then show them that, and then, you know, as they learn from that, they spread that as well. But you know what I mean? Like I can't change or affect 5,000 people, 500 people, even 5 people, but I can affect and change me. And if other people see that, and even if only 1 or 2 people, you know, even if it's not my children, just people in general, you know, then, you know, I feel like I've passed that torch on in the world, you know, because you're never going to do it in a grand scale. You know what I mean? It's got to be, you know, on a one-on-one organic type, you know, way, kind of like Millicent, you know.
Right.
You know, be a mushroom.
Be a mushroom.
I mean, think about it. Toadstool holds the whole fucking kingdom together, man. No, I'm being like, you know, we could use it as a metaphor. You think I'm joking, but I'm seriously, like, man, think about like in our actual world, Allison, mushrooms, they hold everything fucking together, man. And think about it, the Mushroom Kingdom. You know, then no Toadstool, no Mario, no Princess. He's the one holding it down, giving directions. Like, no, dumb fuck, next castle. You know what I mean? Yeah. If it's not for the mushrooms, like, Mario's done for. You know what I mean, sir? He doesn't get big. He doesn't get the fucking one-ups.
Nope.
Mushrooms keep that motherfucker going. And, you know, Millicent, mushrooms, you know, and all the different type of, you know, fungi and everything like that. Keep the... Be a mushroom.
Be the mushroom. That's actually, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Be water, but when you can't be water, be a mushroom.
Yeah.
And they can grow just about anywhere, even on shit.
That's true.
That's what makes them a fun guy. All right, I'm done.
Oh, you're good. All right. Let's try to lighten up the mood a little bit here. Talk about something fun and funny or whatever, because we're not normally, we normally talk about like movies and stuff like that, but like we're trying to expand on different things, get our thoughts out there a little bit more, and I really enjoy doing that. But let's circle back to some pop culture, I guess. What's going on with Diddy or the Superman's thing or whatever. I don't know, man. Like,
Diddy's Dunny.
Diddy is Dunny.
I think that pretty much goes without saying.
I think we're a little late on it, but he's definitely done, man. He was going back to the LA fires and everything. I think that his house got completely destroyed too, which covers up all of his evidence. All that baby oil, man. It's just that shit went.
That's probably what the accelerant was that made it spread so fast.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm sure that wasn't all water based.
No.
I'm assuming there was some oil based in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway,
I've been looking into Diddy a little bit here and there. Evidently, he's been a fun guy for years. He's been a really interesting fella. Like, his girls got shot by him once or whatever, claimed they got shot by her. Nothing happened to him. That was like at some club or whatever.
I always go back to the Shine thing.
What Shine thing?
You don't remember the Shine incident?
No, please.
I know you're younger than me, but like I didn't think that, like, but all right. So you might want to look this up while I'm talking about it, but I don't remember the year. But all right, so there was an incident with Shine, Diddy, and Jennifer Lopez was with Diddy because that's back when they were dating. There you go. All right, so was it 99? Okay.
99. Yep.
Okay. So, all right. Yeah, 99 shooting. All right. So, in 99, this happened. I don't think the court case actually happened until like 01, maybe. All right. So, anyway, that's a documentary that he's talking about that.
Didn't this just come out?
Yeah, it's a documentary. Because remember, okay, he's from Belize, right? His dad is like a very well thought of, like, somebody high up in the political party or in the government and everything like that. So that happened. Now, mind you, they were all there together. They originally were going to be co-defendants. And then, like, right before the trial, they kind of split. So they were, like, separate defendants. Right. And there's a lot of controversy with it because, like, they tried to say that Shine did this. Now, mind you, Shine is an immigrant. He's from Belize. He moved here. Right. So this whole situation basically was getting deported. You know what I mean? With this because, like, you can't be a felon, blah, 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 blah. He always said, like, look, I didn't do that, what you guys are saying. I shot in the air, like, once or twice for a warning shot. I don't remember the exact, I'm paraphrasing. I'm not going to try I'm quoting the exact things he said in trial. But basically, his story was pretty much corroborated. And then, like, there was people that were testifying, and they were basically saying that Diddy paid them off. Like, there was, like, a security guard that was a girl. Now, she was trying to say that she saw Shine pull the trigger, but, like, she was, like, pinned against the wall. And, like, so there's like, a whole big, like, this has always been a controversy. Like, this is, like, a whole thing, like, double XL and everything like that. Like, so this happened and everything like that. You know, it reminds you, like, yeah, that's why, like, you probably wouldn't remember, you were, like, 9 when this happened.
Yeah. 9?
Yeah. You were, like, 9, right?
No, I think I was 8. Yep, I was 8, turning 8, 7 turning 8, depending on what time of the year this was. Late year, because I'm born in October.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Right. So this is like, yeah. I mean, this is like 2 years before 9/11. So, like, yeah, you were not even 10 yet. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So this all happens and everything like that. long story short, Shine ends up going to jail for this. Diddy ends up getting like some lesser charge. I'm not even sure he actually got any charge. It was maybe probation, a fine, reckless, and blah blah blah. Settled out of court, some type of civil thing. I don't remember exactly what his penalty was, but Shine ended up going to jail, and then he ended up getting out of jail, and then going back to Belize, and then became like a politician, like his father and everything.
Oh,
like
you know
that.
what? I did hear about this.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, but like he kind of like has been real quiet. But like he basically has said not so many words that he did shit on him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he basically ended up taking the charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think even like there's like an interview just that I'm pretty sure that Diddy was supposed to like be paying like his mother money because his mother was from here. I think his father's the one from Belize. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of.
Fucking guy, man.
Yeah. He's the one that kind of sounded like he had the song "Bad Boy."
Yeah.
Like that, like, you know what I mean? Dude sound like he sounds like Biggie. Like, you know what I mean? Like you hear his like when he does that, like there's other songs he did, but like that's what kind of his like claim to fame is that he did this song and like he sounds like Biggie. You know, when he's rapping.
Like flow and everything?
Yeah, you could pull it up, but like, yeah, it's like that was like the one big single that he had, and this like whole thing happened, and then and he was in jail for like a number of years. I want to say almost 10 years, but I don't remember exactly how long he was in jail for. But yeah, he had the one big single, "Bad Boy," and it was like one of those songs that had like the dude on it, and in the background, but
That's not accurate. But yeah, no, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, no worries, but yeah, that was his claim to fame. But that's pretty much why he became famous because he sounded like Biggie.
Damn.
So yeah, there's always kind of been like a controversy with Diddy ever since. I mean, even going back to Biggie's death, like there was controversy with that night too. He went to the party in the same vehicle as Biggie, but left it in a different vehicle.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. There's always been kind of controversies and everything fun. And remember, like, Sean's dad worked for Frank Lucas, I believe, or like one of those other type of gang. But I'm pretty sure it was like maybe not Frank Lucas directly, but his family. You know, because you remember he had all his brothers working for him as well. But I'm pretty sure that he was part of that syndicate. You know what I mean? Like he was like kind of like how Frank Lucas was the driver before he took over for Bumpy.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but he was associated with like his family and whatnot, and you know what I mean. That's what like Sean's dad did before And I remember Sean like started off as an A&R, then like created Bad Boy and whatnot. So he's kind of has a shadiness about him as well. And then obviously this whole situation that started to unravel with the Cassie thing, and we had to hear. But he's had other controversies following him for years.
Right.
So
I just think after all this and everything, he should just admit what happened to Biggie Smalls at this point.
he's got to take that to the grave.
If
All right, so I mean, like,
what happened?
if he does it change anything?
No, it doesn't, but it'll make me feel better.
I mean, yeah, sure. I'm sure for Valletta, his daughter, his son, I'm sure, yes, that would. But at the same time, like, is it gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want it now because of the fact that he would be using it to leverage his freedom.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, what else does he have to gain from it besides, like, doing that, so then that way he can reduce his sentence for the other bullshit that he's been doing,
Yeah.
Like I guess that's more my feeling on it. I've kind of always felt like if he didn't do it, he knows more than he's ever let on.
Right.
Like, there's always been things that just never added up from that whole thing. But
I will say this about Diddy. He did do a really good song on the Godzilla soundtrack back in the day. That was That was something.
He did a good job of sampling Robert Plant.
Yeah. No, I thought they
Jimmy
worked.
Page.
Yeah, I thought they worked with him. With Cashmere. Yeah. I thought they did that together. They didn't?
That's a sampling from.
That was just a sampling? Yeah, from Cashmere. I know the song.
You're talking about the song you did from the Godzilla soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was sampled from Jimmy Page.
I thought he did it together. I don't know. I could be wrong. All right. I just remember it being pretty good.
I don't remember the name of Jimmy Page. Like I don't remember the name of the song, but that's the name of the song. It's called Cashmere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But it's the Led Zeppelin song, right?
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess technically, yeah, he got the permission from them, so that would be used, working with them, obviously. Yes, absolutely. But like, I can't give Diddy credit for that. That's you know what I mean. That's Led Zeppelin. So,
You did good.
like, I can't get my voice to that.
Yeah.
No, sir. That's, sorry. Just because you play a couple chords of Stairway to Heaven, sir, doesn't make you talented, my guy. Like that. That's not how that
There
works.
is no stairwell actually allowed here.
No.
Wayne's World reference. No.
But yeah. I guess technically, yes, Diddy did make a great song on the Godzilla soundtrack. And
That was part of the movie.
I'm not gonna be above it that like samples have made like the world go round for generations and whatnot. You know what I mean? That's how music is made. Like you do sample stuff. 'Cause otherwise, you wouldn't come up with ideas that we come up with.
I don't know, I don't know. I'm just trying to be on the other side of the coin here. That's the only good thing I can say about Diddy. I like the Godzilla soundtrack. 'Cause
I like some of the songs you did on the Bad Boy 2 soundtrack.
Yeah, those
are
bad.
good.
Yeah, those weren't bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind those.
Yeah, no, I past that, I don't know. The guy's super shady. I don't really get what his whole deal is and everything. He's rich. He's had shows. He's had his record company. He worked with some of the greatest musicians of all time.
It's
why is he so weird, and why is he
most people that get to that level of power of some type of fetish or kink that we don't want to hear about. I mean, let's not act like he's the first one or the last one.
Right.
We're still trying to figure out who the hell was on Epstein's list.
Mm-hmm.
We're still trying to figure out, you know what I mean, a couple other things like that. Like the stuff that Chester Benningfield was working on. You know, that type of stuff. Harvey Weinstein is serving time for doing stuff very similar. So I think that's what it's more about. It's the high of it, because you are in that level of prestige that you think you're just above it all. You know what I mean? So I think it's more of a rush for that than anything else, regardless of whatever your kink is, whether you're David Carradine and erotic asphyxiation or huh?
I said, ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought you said who. I was about to say no. Then you said oof. I was like, okay, you do know who David Carradine is.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that.
No, I just want to make sure that I heard you right. But yeah, so it's not the first nor the last time that we're going to hear about some celebrity with some weird kink, and you would like to think that if you're going to do it, do that type of thing, do it consensually, do it legally, be safe, be protective, use your spermicidal fluids, you get tested, no, seriously,
No.
Hey,
I just think the word's funny, spermicidal.
Yeah, but you don't be making babies doing it. Don't be going to ATM. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants that type of fucking bi. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just be safe. You know what I mean? Get consent.
Consent is a beautiful.
So
thing.
that's my biggest takeaway here. Whatever you do, Kobe contract, consent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's as much as I would say about it.
Consent. And then consent again.
Right.
And then get it notarized.
Right.
If
you have,
You're
man.
right.
Goddamn.
Hey.
Don't use NDAs as like leverage, because like those
Right.
those don't ever last very long, right?
No, not even that. Like, you don't need an NDA if you guys can both consent. 'Cause
Right.
Then you're like, hey, look, this is what it is.
Right.
This is what it ain't.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we just have those conversations? We don't.
We don't. No. Have to. And like 10, 15 years later, shit comes into the fray, and then everyone knows what you do. And now all of China knows you're a freak.
Right.
All of a sudden, the Mulan.
Right. It's one thing for your Chinese, restaurant that you order from to know you're a freak because they just wonder why you always ask for too many duck sauce.
Right.
And it's a big difference from just the lady that makes your sesame chicken to know that you like the drizzled duck sauce on it while they're sucking it. But like the egg roll, that's one thing. As opposed to all of what I mean, like Hong Kong. Like, I don't want that.
Right.
They don't.
Could just.
What if I go on vacation and they're like, you? I remember you. You like the duck sauce. Yeah, no.
No.
You do not want to have that conversation. Like, you're in a whole new relationship. You haven't even had a chance to talk to her about that yet, and then she's just looking at you like, why?
Why are you like this?
Right. Exactly. You should have been able to bring that up in the tenderness of your own home. But
Right.
every time you look at tempura, it just anyway.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have not much more to say about Diddy. He's just he's a funny guy. Just real character out there, just doing silly things and have done silly things, and
Yeah.
no,
Good luck to him.
good luck to him.
Oh yeah. The other incident that we forgot. Remember when he went crazy on the strength and conditioning coach at UCLA when his son was going there?
No.
Oh yeah. That's another famous incident. All right, so his son was going there on a football like preferred walk-on type deal. I don't think he had a scholarship. I think he was like a preferred walk-on type deal.
Okay.
So you could like try to make the team and everything like that. And then like I guess Diddy and the strength and conditioning coach got into it, and there's like a video of him like trying to like chase after him with like a kettlebell. Yeah.
Those things are heavy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Like running after him, like holding it, like
That's what the video showed.
Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so this is when his son was like 18 or 19.
Oh,
So
okay.
He was at UCLA. Yeah. Anyway, that was my last thing.
That was your last Diddy story?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. As I hope he doesn't get hugged in the back and like in prison, like 50 Cent accused him of in the past.
I think he likes that though.
Oh, I know. Good for him. But he should have
Bad for us. Good for him.
yeah. Should have went about it differently, I guess. I don't know. Fucking guy. Anyway, so yeah, we covered Diddy. Do you want? What else do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, I know other streamers and everybody have probably already talked about it, but we haven't had a chance to sit down and discuss this whole Superman thing.
No, we haven't.
I think we should at least give it a few minutes here.
Okay.
I'll just start crypto. Oh my Christ!
That's this boy.
If I don't know, maybe it's the animal lover in me that just went like all like 7-year-old kid again. But when I see Superman all jacked up and he does the dog whistle and you just see the snow start to come up, and like you don't even see crypto yet. You just hear the whistle, then you just see the snow starting to come up in the distance, and you're like, oh. And then you just see so much else in that trailer too. You have we have our boy Gardner for the Lantern, Green Lantern in this one, which I like because he doesn't interfere with the Lantern show, where it's going to give us Hal and Jon Stewart, which awesome. I'm glad they're not. That's hopefully not interfering with anything that they got going on with the movies here. You got Hawkgirl, another version of the guy that Pedro Pascal played in '84. What the heck is his name? But we're getting another version of him.
Something Lord.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. That
shoot,
guy.
I can't remember his name right now. His first name, at least, something
Yeah,
Lord.
but him. We're getting another version of him in this, from what I understand.
I can't spell right now. Lord. Maxwell Lord.
Maxwell Lord, yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're getting another version of Maxwell Lord. We're getting looks like a couple different villains or bad guys here, or antagonists that Superman's kind of got to have to go through the gamut of them, which I think is good. If we're using this as your anchor to start off a new version of the DC universe, then you kind of have to establish the fact that our boy Clark is that guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you kind of have to do that. And it doesn't look like this isn't year one Superman.
No.
It does not look like that. It looks like that him and Lois, at least, if nothing else, are kind of flirty with each other.
Right.
Which, if that's the case, then, you know what I mean? Like, he kind of... Superman is at least known of, or at least there's whispers of him.
Right.
You know what I mean? At least that's the way it would appear. I'm sure we'll know more as the movie unfolds. Yeah. And he's also got the Fortress of Solitude already. You know, things like this nature, which would lead me to believe that it's not exactly year one, fresh out of Smallville Superman that we're dealing with here. So yeah, that's a positive as well.
I liked Lex Luthor and Nicholas Hoult
Yes.
in it. Looks great. Very intimidating. Very much was welcoming to hear that he was taking over as that role. It's a step up from Jesse Eisenberg. No offense to him as an actor. Definitely a good actor, Jesse, but like...
I think he was too comedic
Yeah.
for that. You know what I mean? I think that the way the angle that he would have had to play it wouldn't have had lasting qualities. This takes me more back to the Justice League cartoons of the 90s.
Right.
And actually even the Smallville's Lex Luthor that they had, which he was super solid.
Yeah, he was great.
You know, I wish we could kind of do like a fantasy draft of characters and villains we can from the Superman universe and the different iterations we've had throughout the years. Because if I could have like this Lex Luthor and this version of Hawkman and this version of Zod and all this, you know what I mean? Like, imagine the type of cast we could have with this thing. You know,
That would be great.
yeah, but yeah, no, very, very much liking the casting choice for the Lex Luthor, and it looks like that this is going to be the beginning of Bizarro.
Yep.
It looks like here.
Sweet.
Yeah, so with the guy in the black suit, I forget his name or what he's, but it basically is the origin story of who ends up being Bizarro.
That's great.
That's because that's why he can handle, and there's the one fight scene that they show that he's basically able to like keep up with Superman, so to speak. So
Right. That makes sense. Then he should be like a clone or an
yes,
attempt
he's supposed to
him.
be a clone
I heard
of him, but
rumors-
that's the origin story of Bizarro.
I
from
heard
what understand.
rumors of either that or Metallo coming into the fray, but I'm not.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, because he would have the kryptonite in the middle and stuff weaken him and be able to keep up with Superman like that.
Right.
That'd be interesting. And then I know you didn't bring him up, Mr. Terrific.
Yes.
He's going to be probably a really big character in this, just from what I've seen of there. At least I hope so, because he's literally the third smartest character in the DC universe, or at least on Earth.
So he's like kind of like Reed Richards, Victor Von Doom type level. Yeah.
Yeah, he is definitely up there. I think it goes like Lex Luthor, Batman, him. Kind of like intelligence, and
Brainiac's not up top of that.
in Earth. on
Oh,
Earth.
okay. Yeah, no, fair.
Brainiac would be
Fair. Okay, that's why we ask these questions.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
yeah, because holy shit,
Right.
Brainiac would definitely be topping that bill.
Right. Yeah.
That-
It's like the Marvel version of this, but
Right.
like Kang isn't involved in that conversation. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. Womp womp.
But I would like to see him in his interactions with Superman, because he's a very grounded, cool character from what I've seen of Mr. Terrific. Not too much in media, you
Yeah.
know, so that's a good debut for him. And
Hopefully he's not a one-off.
no, yeah,
That's always the question.
Right.
Like, are we going to build this guy up to break him down, or are we going to actually like let him have some like growth?
right. That's what I'm thinking. Like with this, this is going to be like a JLA kind of like thing, like Justice
yes.
League of America.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Or the Justice Society, or one of those like offshoots of Justice League, where you know, because like it seems like they're not teaming up, but they're teaming up. Like they're in a group, but they're not really in a group. So I'm hoping that's what's happening here with Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, and Metamorpho. He's in it too.
Yeah.
Which is he's an outsider, so it's crazy that he's included on this. So.
Yeah, so let's see where James is taking this thing.
Yeah.
Because you know, it's
It's like what you said off the stream. He has, with the Guardians, he has the ability to make unpopular characters popular, like what he did with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I have a lot of faith in what he can do. So
yeah, I don't think people even knew who the hell Groot was until he got Vin Diesel saying one line.
right.
Why would you care about a character that can't talk?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so.
Although, never mind. I'm not going to go there.
We'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off camera. It looks like I'm excited for it. It's hopeful. They had the guitar doing the original Christopher Reeves Superman song.
Yes, that the riffs are nice.
It looks great. It really does. People who are hating on it are just so used to the dirty, gritty Superman. I mean, the gritty Superman from the Henry Cavill, Zack Snyder cut shit, and he isn't like how he was described in those things. He's a chill, laid back, friendly guy who tries to communicate and associate himself in humanity and stuff.
He's not Batman.
No, he's not Batman.
And I think that's definitely like a tone I got of that. They were trying to make him darker and more relatable, like how we relate to Batman. Obviously, that's kind of the whole point of all these, you know what I mean, characters, is to find that part that's relatable. It's the humanity of Superman. It's not that part. So yeah, I agree. Also, one thing, side note, just the aesthetic purpose of it. This dude is fucking huge, as opposed to nothing wrong with Henry, but like Henry's not a tall guy.
No.
You know what I mean? Ben Affleck, you could see it on camera, and that's why they shot angles the way they did. Henry is not even as tall as Ben Affleck, you know what I mean? So especially when he's wearing the Batman suit, it makes him look smaller, you know what I mean? So like there has to be like a certain, you know what I mean, like height and presence, you know what I mean?
6'1".
Yeah, but
I'm 6'1", I think, on a good day.
But yeah, like you're Superman.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, but like, look at Ben Affleck's, like, because like you can tell, and in
oh yeah, that he's bigger than him. 6'2".
and then with the suit, like you kind of have to, like, you know what I mean? That's the point. You're Superman. You know what I mean? You're better than, and you're the most, you know, the perfect specimen. You know what I mean? Like you're Superman. You're from Krypton and all that stuff. So like, the guy looks the part more than anything. That he's like a super tall dude. You know what I mean? Like he looks, you know what I mean, bigger than the rest of the guys. You know what I mean? Or the guy that's playing him or used to play him, rather.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what that dude's name is because I can't ever remember.
Oh, the current guy that's playing him?
Yeah, I can't. And you know the problem is that I can't. If I can't pronunciate his name, like his last name, I won't remember him, and that's kind of my fault.
Oh yeah, no. He's also hasn't been on screen yet.
Wow, there's so much. Okay, went too far. This is not what I wanted. Allegory for immigrants. No. Okay, Superman. Let's just make it easier for me. Current actor. No, not Henry Cavill. You were wrong, sir.
Well, he technically hasn't played him yet.
Right. Oh my god.
Just do
David Cornsweet.
Yeah.
Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Corn. I don't know.
Cornsweet.
Oh, he's in Twisters. Okay.
Is that a good movie?
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
First one, it wasn't really.
I'm just reading what it
Let's find
says
out.
there, man.
That's all he is. 6'4". Jesus Christ. That's a specimen.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh wow. You can see all their heights right here. Well, he says he's
he's
6'6".
the tallest.
Yeah.
And he's the tallest
He's
to
the
play.
tallest.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So Christopher Reeves, I think, is the second tallest, right? And then that's the dude from Smallville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tall fucker too. 6'3".
Yeah. No, yeah, no, because he's in that one. I think he's in Cheaper by the Dozen or whatever.
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah. You can tell he's pretty tall in that.
Right.
Yeah, because he's like standing next to Steve Martin. You're like, whoa.
Right.
I was just talking about that the other day when they soak his underwear in meat, and then they get yelled at by the dad. He's like, "Funny, but wrong." But yeah, no, like that was the point I was making. That this dude is actually freaking huge, and he's playing Superman. So like he looks the part of Superman. Like you see him in the suit, you see him in the thing, like, you know, in the scenes. It's not like a stretch. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, Nicholas Hoult, the one that played him in that one movie before Henry Cavill started playing him. You know, he was 6'3" as well. Oh, Christopher Reeves 6'4".
No, Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor.
Oh, he's like Luthor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, he's a tall dude
He's
too.
a tall dude as
Yeah.
well. Jesus.
But yeah,
Christ.
Christopher Reeves is 6'4".
And then you got
I don't know who Mia Goth is.
Mia Goth is a.
Is that the one playing Hawkgirl?
She's in the Pearl movies and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if she's playing her in that. She's 31, really? I only just started hearing about her. Frankenstein, Maxine. It doesn't look like she's playing in that movie.
Oh, okay. It's just because of the, you know,
Right. Association?
yeah. Maybe she's dating him. I don't know.
No, she's going out Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean,
Gotta be careful.
he got strange, man.
Yeah, he did. That's a stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching that one interview he has with John Bernthal, and it's like you can tell Bernthal's like, all right, man. he's like, I'm just gonna let you keep going, but you're like inside, like he's like, what the fuck? But yeah, I need views, so like, yeah, I hear you. Right. It's like, let me lead you with the next question. It's like Shannon Sharp. Here, have a little more of this drink. I'll tell you what, boy. What was Cat Williams lying about? Nothing. Oh, he let everybody know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, back to David Cornsweet. Cornsweet.
Cornsweet?
Either Cornsweet or Cornsweet.
Cornsweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, David. Yeah, big dude. At least he's an American actor, not a
Another British guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in a couple things by Ryan Murphy.
Including House of
The
Cards.
Politician. And
Look at his wiki. They used his Clark Kent.
now I will say this though. Some guy even showed this. He's kind of like the one thing they said, like that he's kind of like Christopher Reeves in it, that he actually can, like how one of the reasons why Christopher Reeves is considered one of the greatest Superman is because of the fact that he was able to actually differentiate, and that's why people can't like really, oh, how can they not understand? It's not just the glasses.
Right.
He talks differently.
Yeah.
He walks in his gait, and like even the way he stands is different
Right.
when he's being Clark as opposed to being, you know what I mean,
Superman.
being Superman.
Yeah.
Because there's like a scene where he's talking to Lois and he's first trying to tell her about, like, yo, I want to go out with you and everything like that. And he's like, when he's talking to her, he's like, you know, he stands up when he's talking to Superman, and he kind of like transitions back to Clark in the scene. I guess they were saying that he kind of does the same thing.
Sweet.
But it's always been like that's part of the reason why Christopher Reeve is always like universally considered the best Superman, because he was able to do that just with his acting, as opposed to a lot of the other ones. They're just reading the lines. No, he was actually using his body to try to convey that as well,
Right.
which is actually like really super like crazy to think about. But like you actually see him standing up straighter, and as opposed to like shrugging his shoulders, and,
Right.
being more meek and mild mannered, as Clark Kent. That's why you can't like really recognize him as his alter ego, Anyway.
Anyway, no, it's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this Superman. Comes out. Let's see.
I want to say it's this year, right? Like summer, I think. Yeah, July 25th.
July. Nope. Scheduled July 11th, 2024.
Oh, I'm sorry, July 11th. It's still too early into the year.
Yep.
Thankfully I'm not running 24 on all my paperwork, but yeah, I still haven't remembered like, oh yeah, we're in a new year.
Is Mon Pot Kent gonna be in this?
I know his father, Jonathan Kent or John Kent or whatever, right? Isn't that his name, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know his dad is because he has that one scene where he's sitting with them, but I haven't seen anything about his mom being in it. Martha. Yep.
Martha.
Although I'm interested to see what Alan Tudyk is going to be in this, because a big fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Where?
Down below Wendell Pierce. Wendell Pierce is playing Perry White. Alan Tudyk. They don't say they don't say who or what he's going to be. Right. Oh, okay, there's his mother, Neva Howell.
Nava Hollow,
Yeah.
and then Pruitt Taylor Vince, he's from Louisiana. Oh, perfect. Or yeah.
Okay, he's in The Mentalist and he's in Constantine. Oh, I think that's the guy. Remember the one that drank himself to death in the
Oh, the priest.
Yeah, that drank himself to death in the liquor store.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the same dude.
I have to look. Constantine. Father Hennessy. You're right. Wow.
Boom!
Holy shit.
Every once in a while, man. I shoot like 20% from the field, but sometimes they go in.
You just knew it by the name.
Right, man. But yeah, Father Hennessy. I didn't remember his name in the movie. I just remember it was the guy that drank himself because the one demon was messing with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alan Tudyk is great actor, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be interesting to see who he plays. What has he played in recently? 3:10 to Yuma. I love Sonny and I, iRobot. Oh yeah, I forgot he was the voice of Sonny.
Yeah.
And then what has he been in more recently?
Uh.
I mean, then there's always Knight's Tale, like him flogging everybody.
State, Superman, Playdate, Moana 2, Wish, Trouble Jessica, Once Upon a Studio, which I don't know what that is, Peter Pan and Wendy.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think anyone watched that.
Yeah, so don't feel bad.
Yep.
Oh, Firefly, he was in that. That was
yeah,
a really,
Firefly.
that was a really good show. That should have got. I mean, obviously we can't go back and change that, but that should have got a better run.
Oh yeah, he's in Harley Quinn as the Joker.
Oh,
Funny Face, Calendar Man, Conman King, Doctor.
Yes, he does a lot of voice acting.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he played Arcade in MODOK, the TV show.
Oh shit. I liked that show.
It was not bad. No, it was not.
That was the one with Patton Oswalt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep,
that
Patton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although then they did that nonsense in Ant-Man the Quantonium, and then
How
yeah.
did the claymation show just destroy Marvel?
Well, that's because it's that weird era of Marvel. They shot their load in the Infinity Saga, and then we just kind of not to be gross, but you just don't got nothing left, and she wants round 2, and then it's like damn near like water. Like when it comes out, that's basically what like phase 4 through 6 feels like that for me. Like, yeah, you came, but did you?
Little
Right, the bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah. It's barely even sticky when it dries. Like. Okay. He's Duke Weaselton in Zootopia? Okay. He's Optimus Prime in Transformers Earth Spark.
He's Dr. Phosphorus in Creature Commandos. And
Dude, like we need to take some Alan Tudyk love time here,
Yeah.
because like,
one of these days, you're just gonna have to just
yeah,
go through
okay,
all
what
this
he does
shit.
video games too? Oh yeah. I knew he was K2SO in Andor. I did know that.
Green Arrow.
In Injustice,
Yep.
okay, Bodega Cat. Oh, apparently he's Green Arrow a lot in some animated properties here.
That's
Huh?
awesome.
He's Mr. Windex in Asteroid Boy.
That'd be cool if he was like Green Arrow in the Superman movie or something like that. Because he could
And
do
wait, what was that in Big Hero 6?
Big Hero 6.
Yeah, go up a little bit more.
Oh, this is a TV show.
Oh, Alistair Crow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is that TV
I think that's one of the kids that worked with the brother, Alistair Crow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the guy that they worked for.
Oh,
Yeah, for
all right.
Kroltech. Yeah. That's who his brother worked for. Yes. So he was the voice of that guy. But yeah, he's got, and that's just it. He's one of those guys. Like, until you actually look up like all of his stuff, like, like you don't realize how many things he actually did do.
Right.
You know.
I liked him in Doom Patrol a lot. He was
Yes.
shit in Doom Patrol.
Oh, who was he in Doom Patrol?
He was the. Fuck, who was he? I'm gonna have to look.
I remember Brendan Fraser was in that too, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
Yeah.
he
Okay.
was-
Wait. You just passed it up a little bit more.
shit.
Mr. Nobody. There you
Mr.
go.
Nobody. Yep.
Mhm.
Oh wow. That's what he looks like in comics. But like, yeah, he was really good as that reality warping, vast psionic power, abilities, night omnipotence, immortality. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I would have Alan Tudyk as that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a super solid actor.
Tudyk.
Great pirate.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we got here.
Oh.
No, with wow, he was a lot of voices on Harley Quinn.
Yeah, he was.
Joker, Clayface, Calendar Man, Continent Man, Dr. Trap, Firefly, Ocean Master, some other various voices.
Seems like it's like a staple for him.
Yeah.
When's that new season coming out?
Oh, wait, up a little.
Oh.
Oh, he just says president. Okay.
Yeah, July 20th
Yeah.
to present. Sure, it's down here. January 16th, 2025. So in 5 days.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, because they do it weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's next Thursday.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I think leaving off at the new season of Harley Quinn. Yeah, so
Yeah.
check that out this week. We'll probably have to discuss that a little bit, and then we can get more into our other technical man crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Have you?
I'm sure he'll appreciate it. He's a gingy, no soul. We still love him. Running joke. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna pay for that off camera.
No, you're fine.
I
You're
know.
fine.
I know. I'm just.
Did you see the Penguin series all the way through?
Yes.
Colin Farrell, man, he is that
Yeah,
guy.
he needs his. Also, let's give her flowers too. She was amazing. The one that plays Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know she was in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I didn't know
she's
that was
she's
her.
the mother.
Yeah, she's the mom.
Kristen Milioti.
Yeah.
Or
Frickin'.
however you pronounce her last name.
Every
But
scene she was in.
She's very easy on the eyes, but yeah, she's great in this, and I think that this is the type of role that she's
39?
she's starting to get her flowers. Yeah, well, yeah, she was on How I Met Your Mother like 20 years ago.
I know, but like,
Yeah.
I still like. I just.
Yeah. But she's aged very
Jesus
well.
Christ.
I mean, she's going to be 40 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, she's aged very well.
Good for her.
But yeah. So
Yeah, How I Met Your Mother, man. I was like, what?
yeah, because she ends up being the mother at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, good for that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and Wolf of Wall Street. She was in that too.
I do like the fact at the end. I feel like it's been on long enough that I don't feel like we're going to be ruining anything given spoilers.
Mhm.
I love how at the end when he turns on her so that way he can get her out of the picture.
Yeah.
So she's in jail, but we already kind of established that they don't actually say and call him that, but I think we can pretty much all say without a shadow of a doubt that Theo Rossi's going to end up being Scarecrow.
Mm.
Okay, because you see a mask that's very similar to his in the office,
Right.
as well as some, and then also the psychotherapy that he's doing on not only Sophia, but he ends up doing it on Oswald's mom. So there's that, and then at the end, she gets the letter from her sister,
Right. Selena Kyle.
which is like, obviously you're setting this up to matter later, even if it's not necessarily with the Batman movie story, but it looks like they're doing and this is again a credit to, I don't know if this is James Gunn, because I feel like he's kind of like, this is kind of all his baby now, that they're setting Gotham up to be kind of like a Spider-Verse type deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's so much that goes on in Gotham, kind of like they do with like the Spider-Man stuff. Yes,
Okay.
it's technically Marvel, but it's its own thing unto itself. That they're kind of doing that with the Batman movie and like these other little sideshows, which unfortunately it looks like that got pushed back a year recently, which I don't know. I haven't looked into the reason why.
Me neither.
But that's
whatever.
that's discouraging. I mean, I know maybe it was because like this got pushed back a year, the Penguin, because of the strike, and then now we're getting it when it was supposed to come out about a year ago. So maybe that's in turn has to do with that. I mean, a lot of stuff, and I'm sure they had to start production, and then maybe that was affected by that too.
Right.
Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. I can't talk today. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
But yeah, no, I freaking loved the whole show. I loved his weird relationship with his mom. I like that they went back to his backstory a little bit and everything.
Yeah.
Kind of changed some things up, which I don't mind at all.
No.
It went from a aristocrat beginning to having a gritty, very mobster, off the streets beginning, which was crazy and honest to see. It was very reminiscent to Sopranos,
Yeah.
which I thoroughly enjoyed, which makes sense because it was shot at HBO, so that it fits right in like a glove. I liked how gritty and graphic it was.
Yeah, showing like ever since he was young, and when even like the local gangster was like use that to your advantage and everything like that. And that's kind of why the mom went crazy like that too, is because of the fact that, you know what I mean, she always knew, didn't say anything. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's kind of, I like the psychological part of that too.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Very fucked up relationship he had with his mom. But hey, whatever, I guess. Made a great show.
Yeah. That's what makes for a good drama.
Yeah.
Good TV.
Good TV right there. But yeah, no, I liked when he was talking to all the gangs and everything, like handing them all beers and everything. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, kill me,
Yeah,
do this
he's trying to rally the troops
Yeah.
because they were the ones that have been shitted on for years. They're the ones with their feet on the ground.
yeah,
It does make me wonder how. I don't think Vic's dead.
no, I think he's dead.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I think he's donezo. So I think
Okay.
he choked him out and threw him in the water.
He didn't throw him
He didn't
into
throw-
the water. He just let him there and got up and left.
I hope he's not dead. I don't know.
Because I've heard a theory that he turns into the Nightwing.
That'd be cool. Or like Jason Todd kind of like thing, because he has like a very similar Jason Todd
Yes.
story to
Yeah.
him. Even like
Yeah, because his parents getting killed because of the what happened with the what I mean. So he's not like Batman. I'm going to kill them. And he's already had the taste for blood because he already killed
that one.
the one guy from his neighborhood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bothering him and
yeah.
shit.
But he always had a problem with him, but
Yeah.
he had to kill him.
Right.
So yeah, and then like the guy that was supposed to like be helping him turns on him and everything, so he just like does not give a fuck. I'm going to kill him. But yeah, I've I think that it's almost like kind of like how Jesse was never really supposed to survive to the attack from Tuco in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I think that people just fell in love with the kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That type of deal where, you know, the kid that played him, you know, he's very likable. So I
Yeah.
could see them, you know, making it like he didn't die. Somebody actually came up and like resuscitated him like right after
Maybe
like Oswald
Batman.
gets him up.
Right. Maybe
Yeah.
Batman came and saved.
Well,
Dick
that's
or
where
whatever.
that's where the Dark Knight theory or
Right.
the Darkwing theory comes in.
Right.
You know what I mean? But who knows?
That'd be sweet.
Or Red Hood, you know, which because you know maybe that's why like he helps them initially, and then
Mhm.
he's just like, no, I'm going to kill them, and then that's where him and Batman have the
Split. Yeah.
split because he obviously doesn't really believe in killing and you know, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome. Anything else you want to add to that, or?
stay safe, people. Just be kind. You know, be kind. Everybody's going through it right now.
Right.
You know, if you know or have people that are in the areas of all these unfortunate tragedies lately, and it seems like we've had like one every about 3 to 4 days here since the start of the year. You
Right.
know, you know, let's be kind.
Yeah.
You know, just nobody knows what's going through, whether it be family, extended family, whatever. Just be kind to people. You know, love one another.
Least you could do, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Love, treat the people the way you want to be treated. That's right. Right.
Yeah. That's Be safe out there, and you know, hopefully we'll be back to talk with you guys again soon.
Yeah. We'll have to get together soon, Horn, and
Mhm.
get this thing all going. We'll have more things to talk about, more movies, more public events.
Hopefully happier stuff.
Hopefully happier stuff. That'd be really good. Yeah. Nice change of pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much all for hanging out with us. If you're listening to this as we went along, great. If you listen to this later on, awesome. I'm probably going to go do the same thing. But we've been good hour and a half of plugging away on here, so that's pretty good.
Remember, hit that like button, share, subscribe,
Right.
and you know, tell your friends.
Tell your friends. But thank you so much for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day. This has been Lou,
This is the Horn.
and yeah, have a good one.
All right, go Bills.
Go Bills. Oh yeah, go Bills. That's right. You got the very important